Вот этот обелиск открывал Евгений Викторович Пригожин в Николаевке.
This video has been doing rounds on various social networks around the world over the past couple of days, with two conflicting narratives, and we've brought to you the two versions, so that you may get a clue on what's happening in Russia, in the aftermath of Wagner chief Yevgeny Prigozhin's death. The first narrative, which was delivered by this Wagner supporter who took the video, has it that this place was a cemetery that was opened by the Wagner chief Yevgeny Prigozhin in Russia's Nikolaev region a while ago. That the cemetery was being used to bury Wagner soldiers who died on the battlefield in various parts of the world, like in Russia, Syria and Ukraine. That, however, moments after Yevgeny Prigozhin's death, the Russian government leveled everything and demolished all the wreaths and crosses that had been erected to mark the graves containing remains of Wagner fighters, as a way for the Russian government to erase Wagner symbols from Russia. Then the second narrative, which was delivered by Wagner and Russian government supporters, who tried to counter the first narrative, is that the cemetery wasn't really being demolished to erase Wagner symbols from the face of Russia as was being purported by that man. That what was happening in the video had been happening in different places across Russia, and it was basically the upgrading of the cemetery to the uniform standard that was first launched by the Wagner chief Yevgeny Prigozhin himself. The uniform standard being marking of graves using black pyramids instead of crosses and Wagner-themed wreaths, just like in this scenario. That, therefore, what was happening in this video was the removal of crosses and wreaths from the dead Wagner mercenaries' graves, for them to be eventually replaced with the black pyramids that resemble the famous dragon's teeth. That, just like how Prigozhin had ordered, the black pyramids would be used to mark the graves of Wagner mercenaries going into the future, at any cemetery that is owned by Wagner PMC, and in any case, the upgrading of the graves had been silently going on in Russia for a while now. And that, these photos that show graves marked with pyramids instead of the customary crosses or monuments were taken in early July 2023, and prove that Wagner graves were not being leveled or demolished to erase Wagner symbols from Russia, the way it was being purported in the viral video. Which narrative do you find much more convincing between the two? Leave your thoughts on this in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe before leaving.